106.5, the pride of the valley. It's Ben Patrick Johnson, and I've gotten across from me one of my colleagues here at the radio station, someone who, ironically, I don't cross paths with that often because your show comes on at 12. I'm done at 10 o'clock in the morning. But it's DJ Galaxy, who is an extraordinary guy. Not only is he a very talented DJ, but he has undertaken a huge project of delivering food for people during this coronavirus. Not just food, but a bunch of stuff during the coronavirus. And I want to say, we all participate in station-sponsored stuff. You're doing this completely on your own, out of the goodness of your heart. How did the idea for doing this come to you?
Well, just knowing that there's people out there that can't leave their house right now because of their health, their own personal health issues, or even their fears of leaving home. And I thought, those people need food, they need supplies, they need hand sanitizer, toilet paper, whatever I can find. Mm-hmm. And I just go out and I do the shopping and deliver it to them. And
you're not charging anybody a nickel for this?
No.
You're not making a nickel?
No, it's absolutely free. It's to help the community and the people that need this stuff. And they just pay for the product.
It's been a full-time occupation for you?
It has been. Over the last 3 weeks, I'm going on, 5 more days, it'd be an entire month.
Wow. Are you exhausted?
No, I'm not exhausted. Maybe a little emotionally by the end of the day, because I see so many faces and mm-hmm. I want to, talk to people and just be there a little bit more than just someone that's just there dropping off supplies. And a lot of my clients are regulars now, and I see them on a regular basis. So
we all need the emotional connection during this time, and it's got to be tough. I know that you, like me, you're a hugger, as I am, and we just can't do these things. We're conducting this interview in the radio station, but you're across from me, you're wearing a face mask, as I am, and there's a sterility of sorts to this, which we need the physical sterility. We don't need the emotional sterility. How do you find yourself bridging that gap with the people that you encounter?
It's not easy. It's still it's surreal to me. I can't believe this is even happening. I mean, it was like overnight, we're shelter-in-place order, all the work disappeared. I've had several gigs. Every single one of them, with the exception of KGAY, is now gone.
Yeah.
For now, at least. So I use this sad time just to get out there and turn it into a positive and help out any way I can, Not being able to hug people, like when I see their eyes and they just really want to hug, that's the hardest part for me. I walk away just feeling like, just really sad about it.
Yeah. Are most of the folks that you're serving older?
Anywhere from the age of 40 to 85, I want to say. So there are younger folks that are utilizing my services as well.
And it's all over the Coachella Valley, or is it mostly right here in Palm Springs?
It's all over the Coachella Valley. I've even gone as far as Morongo Valley, Riverside.
How are you getting the word out about this?
Facebook, word of mouth. Just, I constantly post stuff on my Facebook page, letting people know if they don't need something to give my information to someone else who might need my services. And that's actually been the majority of my clients are people who I've never even met before, but they heard from a friend that's a friend of mine on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, you and your husband are both high profile. For those who don't know, it's Vincent and Vince, and your partner is Anita Treadmill, the notorious and wonderful drag queen here in the Valley. How is this affecting you at home?
Well, he and I don't live together. He's going crazy right now. He wants to get back up on that stage.
Of course.
I told him, okay, let's work out some sort of show. Everyone else is doing it. Let's work out a show for you that I can safely produce from home, from my home studio. So we're going to do something. We're going to get him back in drag at least one time before this whole thing ends. We got to get him back.
So we can see Anita as Anita.
Yeah, so she's going to have to do her own makeup because I won't be able to help her this
time.
All
right. We're talking to DJ Galaxy. This is KGAY 106.5, the pride of the valley. Back right after this. KGAY 106.5, the pride of the valley, with Ben Patrick Johnson, and we're talking to DJ Galaxy. How long have you been DJing?
Gosh, since I was 12.
12 years old. What first drew you to it?
Well, my brother was a DJ, and he used to DJ a lot of large nightclubs throughout the Inland Empire. And I just sneak in his room all the time and play with his vinyl records, and got used to the technique of beat matching and, I've been doing this since I was about 12 or 13. I started working in bars and clubs when I was 15.
Do you still go 15 years old?
I had a big idea.
Okay.
My brother's ID too.
The truth comes, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still work with vinyl, or are you on digital files? How does it work now?
You know what? I do mainly music videos, tracks, MP3s, but I do still use vinyl. Sometimes I'll get a client that wants me to actually show what I'm doing, and I get a lot of brand new music on vinyl. It's how I was taught.
Is that how it's distributed now? I mean, forgive my ignorance, because it's been years since I've been around this whole scene of the club DJ.
Well, I belong to several different record pools, and they send me, demos and things that they think that might be popular a few months from now. And I'll create my own remixes or download remixes from fellow DJs. And that's a lot of what you hear on KGAY.
Yeah, and you do our KGAY Retro Lunch, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 12 to 1. We all listen to it, and we all love it. How do you pick the music that you're going to use on KGAY, and how is it different from what you would play in any given club or at a big event?
Well, I just imagine that there's a crowd in front of me, and I just like in real life, I go by the crowd. I never go into a workplace saying, okay, this is going to be my playlist. I need to know the feeling of the crowd, if they're getting into it, if they're bebopping around, if they start dancing. I have a certain playlist in my head that just kind of develops as I'm going. So I just right on fly. I don't ever plan exactly what I'm going to do. The genre, yes, but not.
I suppose it's like a stand-up comic in a way who has to feel the room and know which jokes to go to and where to go from there.
Absolutely.
To sort of keep the momentum rolling.
Absolutely. That's the key. Is you have to play to your crowd. You have to play to the mood. Right now, my KGAY mixes even, I used to record them up to a week in advance sometimes. Now it's literally, and it's driving our program director crazy, but sometimes I turn in my stuff, literally 6 hours before show because I want to be relevant to how I'm feeling at that moment. And with everything that's going on, after coming off the road from delivering food and stuff, sometimes my emotions, I'm thinking, okay, I got to throw a little bit more of this into the mix. It's a little bit more... I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just...
Well, I think I get where you're going with that. It's a reflection of your emotional state at the given time.
Yes.
It's almost as if a singer is singing a song and it's informed by their emotions of the day. You have the songs already pre-recorded, but you're presenting, in a sense, a concert for us of this music based upon where your emotions are.
That's exactly it, yes. And then, even my next show that's coming up, it is really relevant to what's going on right now with, trying to get people away from the TV for 1 hour, celebrate life, and all my lyrics for my next mix are just inspirational. They're positive. It's upbeat.
When you say your next mix, you're talking about here on KGAY, or you have something planned?
Here on KGAY at noon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's been interesting to me because I've not lived in the Coachella Valley for a long time. I get here, and you're a big name. You're kind of a big fish in a small pond. Have you been tempted at times to move to Los Angeles or New York or somewhere else and be a club DJ there?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was at Toucans for 8 years up until 2011. And after working there for so many years, I decided that it was time for me to venture out. So I went to New York and DJed in New York for a while and at various other prides and different clubs and stuff. And then I came back to Palm Springs for maybe a month. And then I was in Fort Lauderdale for 2 years.
So you have been around.
Yeah, I bounced. Yeah.
Wow. Well, if someone wants to get in touch with you to take advantage of the services that you're offering, which are just so extraordinary, this delivery, how do they best find you?
So I have information on my website,
Okay.
Which is VJCPRODUCTIONS.
VJCPRODUCTIONS.com. Okay.
And there's a link on there that you can click, and then it gives you information on how to make a list of the things that you need and get it off to me, and then I send you a confirmation email or I call you personally. And then I go and pick up the stuff and deliver it.
And you're saying you'll do up to $100 worth of stuff, and they pay you cash, or how do they pay you?
I prefer to go up to $100. There's been some that have been higher, obviously, because maybe prescriptions or the co-payments are higher and they need someone to pay that. But I go ahead and I'll just cover it, and then they pay me either in cash, check, or now I take credit cards so they can just pay me with a card if they like.
So again, it's DJ Galaxy, and tell us the website one more time.
VJCPRODUCTIONS.com.
VJCPRODUCTIONS.com. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and
Thank you for
chat
having
with
me.
us this morning. KGAY 106.5, the Pride of the Valley.